Female Founders. I'm here with Juanita today from Jump Coaching, and we are sitting outside the beautiful patio after way too much caffeine. But we had a blast. I'm so excited for you all to meet her. Juanita, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Colombian. I live here in Indy, but I'm originally born and raised in Bogota, Colombia. I've been in the US for 12 years, and I've been in Indy for 8 years. I'm a mom. I have a little 1.5-year-old baby. I'm a wife, and I'm a coach at Jump Coaching.
That's so awesome. How did you end up getting into coaching?
I feel like I had the calling. I had the curiosity at different moments, but when I moved to Indy, actually, it was multiple things at the same time. Where I was leaving New York, the company I was working at was shutting down. I had kind of this transition months to think, like we all do at some point, like, what do you really want to do? What do you really care about? What are you really interested in? And what I really was curious about was people, people and life, and how do you navigate things. And so I honestly, I didn't intend to do it all in from the beginning. I was just, I'll keep doing what I was doing, which was corporate finance. I'll just do this coaching and learn how to do skills and leadership and blah, 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 so that I can bring it to the corporate world and break the glass ceiling and help women in business and da-da-da. And then when I started actually getting coached and coaching people, I realized I really, really liked it. Like, I liked it more than I liked spreadsheets, which was a tremendous thing. And so I just decided to go all in with it. And I've been doing that since for 7-8 years too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it takes a really special person to love both people and spreadsheets.
I think so too.
I say that right as this breeze comes and you look like Beyonce in the wind. Perfect. Oh, that's so cool. And you have a pretty cool project coming up.
Project that I'm starting. I don't yet know what it is, but it's called Mom Brain. It's part of Jump Coaching. I just don't know how, but I've just been very curious about moms and how they figure out life and how they make choices and how they navigate their day-to-days. And I've started interviewing moms and just asking them about lives and what Mom Brain is like. And so I'm doing that. Don't know yet where it's gonna go, so I'll definitely be sharing more, but that's my other big piece.
That's awesome. I love the name, Mom Brain.
Right?
Yeah, totally. I think it's so cool how you really lead from a place of curiosity and you inspire that in other people. I think that's something that we miss out on a lot when we're the day-to-day and, going all in, especially in the corporate world. So I'm grateful for that. Well, one thing we always talk about with female founders is how in the world you ended up in Indiana and why you choose to stay.
Yeah. Well, I ended up here because of my husband. So he was born and raised in Indy. He left for school and we met in New York. And then he was coming back working on the family business. And I was like, I'll come back with you maybe in a year or two. And things happened that my company got shut down. Our lease was up. And I was like, I'll just come now. And I moved 9 months after he did. First 9 months were really hard. I was like, what is this? Where am I? Because mind you, I was coming from New York and I was raised in Bogota, which is an 8 million people city, very, very different. And after 9 months, I said, I don't like it. And after I said, I don't like it, I actually gave myself the opportunity to like it.
Yeah. For
what it is, not for what it should be. And I really come to love Indy. I love living here. I think it's a really comfortable life. I've really been able to build my own community, and I think that's made a huge difference of making friends of my own and going into spaces that feel my own and that feel that I belong in.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we're sure glad that you're here. I'm a little biased, but I'm so glad. And tell me about who's helped you get here. I know that's such a hard question. I hate when people ask me that, but I love hearing that because I think it's so important to emphasize that we don't do it alone and we need each other.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I was thinking about that, and there's like different people for different things along the way, kind of thing. So the first person I could think of was Julie Heath, 100%, like that. She would be top of the list. Back when I met her, I would say when she found me, she was the executive director at the Speakeasy, the co-working space. Nowadays, she works at IU in their entrepreneurship center. And she was just such an encouraging person. She's a total connector, so she was always looking to see like who knows this, who is interested in that, who would be like, whose business would be benefited by speaking with what person. And she was also just a friend. Like, she was a normal human. She reached out and was there in moments that were hard. She was also there to celebrate moments that were amazing. So she was really, really fantastic. And then there's these two women that I met. I remember it precisely. It was at a Conexión event, which is this event from the Hispanic Business Council, from the Chamber. And they're Yesenia Tostado and Natalia Rodriguez. And they are the first Hispanic woman, professional woman that I met in EP. And this was more than 9 months after moving here. And it was the first time that I felt like there were other people like me here.
Yeah.
And nowadays I can call them really good friends, and it meant everything meeting them, and it meant everything that they, just how kind and approachable and willing to connect with me and connect me they were. They were really instrumental in having this be a place of belonging.
That's wonderful.
And then I think the last person I'll say is Danielle Ireland. We met because our husbands went to high school together. But then we became kind of friends of our own. She's really the only one that's a founder in that whole group. And she's been kind of both an inspiration and an encouragement. And I don't know if always intentionally, but it's always happened. Like, she's invited me to be on her podcast a few times in moments that were really instrumental for me. So it was almost like, I don't know, like getting asked to like the right party where you needed to be to get back into yourself and get back into trusting and get back into like believing in yourself and knowing yourself, and she's been a lot of that for me.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love hearing that. Shout out to them. Thanks, girls. And I would also love to hear a little bit about what you would tell, and this is probably a better question for you than most because you help women with this a lot, but what would you tell a woman who's thinking about jumping all in and starting her own business when the people are so hesitant to jump in? For me, I was concerned about competition. I don't like being in a competitive environment. I love helping other people and working together to achieve what we want to achieve. And I was very surprised to find that was not the case in Indianapolis, that there's so many connectors and collaborative people.
Yeah. That's actually a reason to stay in Indy too, by the way. I didn't mention that, but I love that about the community here.
Yeah, and I think that's so right. But tell me what you would tell someone who's thinking about jumping. How would you encourage them to take the jump? What are your first points?
I think 2 or 3 things. Like, the 2 first things are like kind of like looking at what you need to know. Like, I kind of feel like hard knowledge. So like, what do you need to know about a business, about a marketing, about finances, cash flow. Please understand cash flow. That's very important. People don't
or find someone who does to help you.
But help you understand it. That's one of the things that I think, even if you outsource your finances, you need to understand cash flow and understand that cash flow is not the same thing as like profit. Super, super important. So all those hard things. Yeah. I'm terrible at marketing and I didn't understand any of that. So like knowing what are the skills you need and how do you say, like scaffolding them, right? Like you don't need to learn all the things tomorrow. What are the
prioritizing?
Yeah. For the first stage, for the second stage. So like all the hard things. And then knowing the more soft things. And those are the things that are about you. So like, why are you going into this? Like what about you is relevant in this? Why you? Why this business? Why now? what is the impact that you're looking to have with this? Because you're looking to have an impact, right? Like, is it an impact in your community, in your life, in your family, in your financial stability, in your financial freedom, in your future, whatever it is? But like, what is this about? Because when the going gets rough, that's gonna be the thing that holds you. That's gonna be the place that you're gonna ground back into. Right? Like, when the cash flow gets crazy, you need something that grounds you into, like, okay, but this is why we're doing this. So get very clear on those two things from the beginning. And then the third thing, I don't remember what I was gonna say. So it probably wasn't as important as like the hard things and the soft things.
No, I think both of those are great points, and I just love how real you are, and that is so us. I know Leslie Bailey, who owns Maven Space, and Indy Maven, who's one of our sponsors for this female founder segment. I've loved watching her transparency with her transition from Maven Space over to Indy Maven, and I feel like that's totally something she would say right now. Just like, and I completely forgot what I was going to say. So thank you so much for sharing with us and for encouraging us, and let everybody know where they can find you, because I'm sure they're going to want to know whatever that third thing is when it comes to you.
No, when it comes back. So you can find me at jumpcoaching.co. I technically have an Instagram account, but I stopped Instagram because social media gave me anxiety. So definitely don't message me there because I won't show up.
Okay.
But jumpcoaching.co, my email also, it's juanita@jumpcoaching.co, and I am very responsive via email. And yeah, you can find me in Indy.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Juanita.
Thank you so much.